So the first card you have for your past is the Empress. So yeah, this Empress, obviously this card is all about caring, nurturing, all of that kind of thing. And I think you might have been caring for someone. I think you might have been a little bit worried about someone, actually. I think this might be someone who you thought might not be able to care for themselves properly. It might have been that, or maybe you thought they were a little bit vulnerable or something like that. And I think, yeah, you did want to protect them. You did want to care for them. And there might have been some kind of decision that they made that put them in a bad position or something like that. I think they weren't in the best position and you were trying to kind of care for them, and maybe you're trying to advise them and tell them kind of what they should be doing. And maybe they just didn't want to listen to you, or maybe they just didn't respond very well to what you had to say to them. This might actually be a teenager, because I'm seeing someone who is a little bit defensive, someone who might not, someone who, yeah, this is someone who kind of wants to, they want to be able to do things, they want to be able to make their own decisions, but they don't have the emotional stability or the kind of wisdom to be able to do that. They might not be a teenager, but that's just the kind of impression I get. Someone that might not be very mature, that's what I'm seeing. So you might have actually given up on trying to reason with this person, because I just don't think they were doing that. They weren't listening to you properly. And I think maybe you just decided to take on a more kind of caring approach with them, a less advice, more care, that kind of thing. I think that's what you're trying to do, because I think they might have even been a little bit angry with you. They were very defensive, very kind of, I know what I'm doing, that kind of thing. So you might not think this will ever happen, but I'm telling you this will happen if this is resonating with you. I think this person is going to understand that you do care about them eventually. I think, you are trying to help them, you're trying to advise them because you really do care about them, you really do love them actually. And they'll see this eventually, and I think maybe they already do see this, but they're so defensive, and they're so kind of all about, being angry and being upset and being offended and everything else, that they're not really quite looking at what's really going on here. So, if they're not saying this to you now, and they're not, they will eventually. I think they might even come and tell you that they do care about you and they do appreciate you. That's what I'm seeing, but not at this time. So the next card you have, your past, is the Five of Pentacles. Yes. I think this person might have actually lashed out at you. I keep on seeing this anger. I keep on seeing this defensiveness around this person. I think they might have even said some things that had you feeling really left out, unwanted. And I think deep down they do love you. I think they do care about you. And I hope this makes sense, but maybe you're kind of the only person who they feel really safe around, if that makes sense, totally safe around. And I think maybe that's why they feel that they can lash out at you. I'm not excusing them. I'm not saying that's great or that's a fantastic thing. Obviously it isn't. But and yeah, knowing that isn't going to make you feel any better either, obviously, if you're on the receiving end of this. But whatever's happening on the surface, I think, they do really care about you. I keep on getting that over and over again. I keep on feeling that. They care about you. And, I think if this is all resonating with you, I have to tell you that message. They love you. They care about you. And, they're not showing it, but they do. That's what I have to tell you. I also just want to emphasize that this isn't about a love situation, a romantic love situation. This is not what I'm seeing here. This might be a parent and child situation. It might be some other kind of relationship, but it's not a romantic situation. So obviously, if you're in a verbally abusive relationship, or if you're in any other kind of abusive relationship, please try and get help, and please try and get out of that. I just have to really say that. So, Yeah, the last card you have your past is the Page of Pentacles. So I'm still seeing nurturing, I'm still seeing taking care of someone, and also pages are teenagers again, so I'm seeing that again. I'm seeing you're trying to take care of someone, trying to. This page is holding this coin very, very carefully, very gently. He doesn't want it to break. So yes, again, this person is very, very fragile. I'm seeing that again. The other thing I'm seeing with this is I'm seeing a message coming to you, and I think you might have been waiting for this to come in for a while. I think this might have something to do with studying. This is kind of this might be a result that you're waiting for. I'm seeing you having to fill out forms, application forms or something like that. I'm seeing, yeah, forms that were filled out very, very carefully. I think you were probably making sure that everything was perfect when you applied for whatever this was. The Page of Pentacles can sometimes be about being a perfectionist or striving toward being a perfectionist or something like that. So I'm seeing, the result will come in. This result is going to come in for you. And I am seeing this is going to be a good result. So don't stress about that. I am seeing a lot of positivity around this with this great big golden coin and this lovely golden sky. But this might take some time for this result to come in. So it might come in a bit later than you thought it would be. So, I am seeing you waiting, stressing, all of that kind of thing. But it is going to come in and it is going to be positive. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your present is the Three of Wands. So again, here's this waiting and waiting for result, and it is going to come in like the man. This man in this card is standing on the edge of the water, and he's waiting for these three ships to come in, and they're far away, but so it's going to take a long time for these ships to come in, but they are coming in. They're slow, but they're coming in. So that's what's happening to you. Again, I'm seeing the same thing in this card. I'm also seeing someone who might be thinking about you at this time. I think someone might actually be waiting to connect with you. I think they might have, I think, they're not saying anything. They're not acting on this. They're just kind of thinking about you. They're thinking about things. They're probably looking back over things that happened between you. I don't know if this is an ex, but it might be if that's what they're doing. But I don't think you're interested in this person. I think you want to have your back to them, actually. This man has his back to us. I think this person might actually have messed you around a bit, really, if that makes sense. I'm actually seeing some ambiguity around this person. I think there's you, there's them, and there's another person, Three Wands. So it might be that I'm not seeing a full-on third party, but they might have had someone kind of waiting in the wings, if that makes sense. Maybe it was you that was waiting in the wings, but you didn't realize you were. I am seeing someone either not being sure about who they wanted or what they wanted, and there were two options they had opened, and I think you might have been, sadly, you might have been one of these options. And I think at the time when you were around this person, you might not have known exactly what was happening. You might still not know exactly what was going on, but you knew something wasn't right. Your instincts knew that something didn't feel right, and that was enough for you. That was enough for you. You didn't want to know anymore when you're around this kind of thing. You just did not want to feel like that, and you didn't want to be questioning yourself, questioning them. It was like, right, that's it. I'm not around anything like that. And I think, you're an extremely independent person, and I'm just seeing that, at the beginning of the year, you might not have been very strong when it came to relationships. You might have been a little bit too nice, a bit too nice for your own good, actually, a bit too accommodating, at your own expense sometimes. But I think, this has been a huge growth period for you this year. The difference between the start of the year and now is huge with you. you're just so much stronger. You know exactly what you will accept, you know what you won't accept, and this is fantastic. You know, you've grown so much when it comes to relationships. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, the next card you have for your present is Death. Yes, so again, transformations. You've been transforming throughout the year. You've been becoming a lot stronger. The Death card is about endings and beginnings, inevitable endings and beginnings. When you have death, it's inevitable. You can't do anything about it. So, you know, I think you did experience some endings throughout the year, not just in love, but I think there might have been some people who they might have been taking advantage of you or something. And I think you finally just stood up to them. It was like, enough is enough. I'm standing up to these people. You just let them know that you wouldn't tolerate any more things from them. And, you know, you had to leave some people behind as well. And that sounds harsh, I know, but sometimes it's necessary. You have to do that sometimes to keep on growing. I'm also seeing people who you didn't necessarily leave them behind, but maybe you've distanced yourself from a few people as well. And, you know, I'm just seeing this growth and this change was really, really huge. And I think a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but some people weren't seeing that growth in you. They weren't seeing that change in you. They could only see the old you. Maybe they weren't happy to accept the new you. Might have been something like that. So it's like you're almost a totally new person now, and you just couldn't connect to the person that they saw you as. They were trying to talk to you and connect with you like you were the old person, and you just weren't like that anymore, and it was very, very difficult for you. So you were kind of distancing yourself from some of these people as well. And I think also this card's here to remind you that, you know, you're on the right path. You're on the right path with this. You know, you're surrounding yourself with people who are on your side. And more importantly, you know, you're on your side now. You're on your side. That's the main thing. I mean, that might sound a bit cringy. It probably does. But, you know, keep on going down this path, this same path. Keep on going down this year, next year, and beyond that as well. Just keep on going down the same path. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your present is the Six of Wands. So yeah, this is the victory card. This is fantastic. So yeah, you're on the right path. Again, keep on going down this path. You're heading in the right direction. I am seeing a lot of success ahead of you, actually, especially work success and success around a project. You might be in the middle of doing this actually at this time. I'm also seeing something work related where people around you might be listening to you, and I think you're quite confident around a whole lot of people in whatever this is. You're quite relaxed, and I think, you know, you're easy. You're feeling easy about this. You're able to answer questions. You're able to talk to a lot of people. There's no stress. You're not feeling stressed around this. I don't know if this is something you're thinking about doing. It might be something creative, like it might be something like singing or dancing or acting on a stage or something. It's something creative, and it's something around other people or in front of an audience or something like that. So if this resonates, whatever this is, it's going to go well for you. There is going to be some stress around it, I'm seeing, but not in the way that you're going to be confident in the actual act of doing this. There might be some stress in the organization of it or something like that, but not in the way that you're doing. You're going to be very confident in this. And just be careful around someone who might be a little bit jealous, a little bit envious of your success. I'm not seeing anything terrible happening. I don't think anyone's out to kind of sabotage you or anything like that. You might hear a few sarcastic or nasty little backhanded comments from someone or something like that. The man in this card's up on a horse, kind of up on a high horse, and he has an audience around him. I think this person might think that, you know, they can only be one or the other. They can only be up high on the horse or down in the audience. And you know that you can be both at either time or at all times. You can be up there with people praising you. You can be in the audience praising other people. You can congratulate people and do well yourself. You can be happy to see other people doing well, plus be happy to see yourself doing well. You know that. That's the sort of person you're like. But I think this person might think that, they might be a bit angry, envious of people who do well. Some people just think that, there are only a few places and only a few people can do well and everyone else can't. That's not true at all, you know that. But, I think you might just have to get used to this, actually, because as you become more and more successful, you're going to get more and more of these kind of jealous people, more of these kind of comments. So, just get used to it, I think. That's all you're going to have to do. Don't take it to heart. But again, you know you're on the right path. And so just keep on going on that path that you're on. That's what I'm seeing with that card. So yeah, the first card you have for your future is the 9 of Cups. So yeah, again, you know what you're doing. You know what you are doing. This person who's a bit jealous of you, I think they might see you as someone who's a little bit smug, like the man on this card looks, a little bit self-important. You're not like that at all. You are not like that at all. You're a hard worker. You care about other people. You congratulate other people when they do well. You're not like that at all. And I think, jealous people always think that. They always think that other people who are successful, they think that they look for things. They look for reasons why other people's successes aren't justified. And I think, even if it was, even if you were like that, trying to bring other people down, it's not going to bring them up. It's not going to make them feel any better. It's not going to do anything. So there's no point in anyone being like that. I mean, you know that, but I don't think they're going to change. So just move on from them. Don't bother with this person. You're also going to be building yourself up. You're going to be making sure that you're content, you're fulfilled within yourself. And I think you know now that this is the way forward. This is the way toward attracting someone who fully, totally, truly respects you. Not like this person in the 3 of Wands who had you as an option and had this other option and all of this kind of thing, messing everyone around. You're not tolerating that anymore. You've built yourself up. You're full of confidence now at this time. You'll only accept someone who's going to respect you because you respect yourself. This is all part of this positive, this kind of transformative path that you're on. And again, stay on this path. Stay on this path. The next card you have for your future is the 8 of Wands. Yeah, I'm seeing something being organized around this. I'm seeing something being sorted out. Obviously, this is very quick. This is like the quick card. Things are happening quickly around this. This is something work-related, I think. This is something that you could have been thinking about doing for a long time, kind of thinking, oh, I might do that one day kind of thing. But now I think at this time, things are going to kind of start opening up for you. There's going to be this opening, this booking, this is going to be opened. This is going to be available on this day or something like that. And then you're just going to be almost forced to go ahead with whatever this is at this time. So you're going to be rushing around, organizing all of this. There's going to be some stress around organizing this because it's so fast. But this is going to go well. I don't think there's going to be any big problems with this. I think there might be one part of this that might bring you a lot of stress. Just be aware of this. There might be someone who might not be able to make up their mind about something, and that might cause you some stress. You might be thinking, are they going to do this? Are they not? What are they doing? They might not answer your calls. It might be that kind of stress. But I think whatever they do, you're going to go ahead with this anyway. It's going to go well. And I think you might just ignore them and not worry about that. You're just too busy to worry about that. You're going to go ahead with it. If they show up, they do. If they don't, they don't. You're just going to go ahead. This also might have something to do with what I was seeing in the 6 of Wands, maybe, because I was seeing something around a lot of people that you're going to have to organize, so it might be the same thing. The last card you have for your future is the 2 of Cups. So yes, this is really, I'm seeing a really, really nice thing. I'm getting a really nice feeling in this card. I'm seeing this is about respect. This is about the respect that you wanted in the Nine of Cups, and you're getting it. You're getting it here. This is about mutual respect. This is about friendship. And this could be someone that you know around work. This might be someone who's involved in whatever this thing is in the Eight of Wands. They might be helping you organize this. I'm seeing someone who's on your level intellectually. This is someone who you're having a lot of very interesting conversations with. This could actually turn into love eventually, I think, if this is what you both want. But it might progress slowly. Excuse me, that's my stomach rumbling. And yeah, so I think this is going to progress slowly. You're having really good conversations with this person. It might turn into love, I think, eventually. And yeah, this is someone who's very professional. And this is someone who's very, very careful of how they appear. This is someone who's very careful about how they behave. So they're very professional around the workplace. And so, yeah, if this is someone around your work, and this is what I'm seeing that they are, I think they probably want to keep their work life and their home life or their social life separate from each other. So, you know, I'm seeing you both wanting to take your time with this if it does develop into love, which I'm seeing it probably will. But yeah, they have a lot of respect for you. They respect your opinion. Yeah, they have a lot of respect for you as a person as well. Now, I know that doesn't sound very loving, that doesn't sound very passionate or romantic, but I think they might not show that to you. They might not show that side of themselves to you yet. It might take them some time, again, I'm seeing, to kind of build up to that. It's there. It's definitely there. That side of them's there, and you're going to see it, but not until they're ready. And also, I think they're just really work-focused, and you're both work-focused at this time. So I think after all of this is all over with, this thing in the Eight of Wands, things settle down again, then I think that might be when they start to kind of come forward to you properly. That's what I'm seeing.